Guys, Robert Haynes of the Game House here, and I normally don't do these kinds of updates, but I feel like as we're getting ready for more Pokemon content to come out, you may be seeing me a little bit more. So I hope that you guys are excited to talk about this. This is big news, in my opinion. It's something that we have seen talked about, something that is partially leaked, and I'm really excited to be going over this with you, to be talking about the Pokemon TFT / Autochess game mode that I believe is going to be coming to Pokemon Unite potentially even this year. So make sure to like and subscribe if you end up enjoying the video. Make sure to subscribe specifically if you enjoy Pokemon content, as we're coming out with new Pokemon content on a daily basis. But we're going to pop into this right here, right now. El Chico Eevee. The last time that we talked about Pokemon, TFT Autochess, El Chico Eevee had just a picture of what looked like, this Autochess mode. Now, the way it was described by them, it seemed pretty obvious that this game mode was coming. But, and I made a video about this before, where it was a much more edited video where I talked about it a little bit more. This time, I'm talking about it in just my personal opinions. Obviously it's connected to the Game House, but it's not like an edited, thought out video. This is just going to be my thoughts. And, I will show you guys here right now. I already watched this video, but there's a video, not really getting any sound for it, but there's a video here that shows off this game, right? And you can see that it's got the evolutions, the water, I'm gonna guess fairy, maybe something like that, defensive, all that kind of stuff, right? So if you are a TFT player, if you are somebody who has played an auto chess game of any kind, there's a lot of things to see here. Now, this is apparently right now only in Pokemon Unite China, so there's a lot to break down with even that. I think I'm going to start there, then we're going to go into the gameplay. I want to talk a little bit about Pokemon Unite's kind of player count, and dive into a little bit more of what I talked about in the other video as well. But with this just being in China right now, I think that they are testing it out. I don't think that this does not mean that it's not going to come to the United States, to anywhere, Europe, I don't know, India, wherever you are playing and watching this from. I think that there's a very good chance that this is going to be coming, and I believe that it's going to happen in, or potentially on, Pokemon Day 2025, February 27th. So just a little bit over a month away from when this stuff is starting to leak. I believe that they are going to announce this on Pokemon Day. I think that's a minimum. I think that would be the absolute minimum, is that this game is coming. I think there's a real possibility that this Pokemon Autochess game is going to get revealed and is going to launch on Pokemon Day, and it's going to be meant to try to hold us over even a little bit longer until we get to Pokemon Legends ZA, which is great. I mean, this is the kind of content that I think people would really, really like. And I know a lot of Pokemon fans are going to be like, man, I don't really know if I really like Unite, all that kind of stuff. I can just tell you that apparently, I went to this website. I don't know how 100% sure it is, but there's a lot of downloads and stuff that have come from this. And as you can see here, it literally says, and I apologize, I had to turn the light. I might turn it back on, actually. Okay, it's at least a little bit better. You can see here the mobile current players in the last 30 days is up to 8.5 million. Which is insane. I mean, that's really not a small amount. I couldn't really find it for the Switch because I don't know if they really do that, to be honest with you. And you can see it kind of jumping up and down. I think it's partially based on when there are new new Pokemon that are released for this game, but there's over 2 million people playing this game on average, so adding a new game mode would help, and I really believe that this is going to help to keep people on the game. This is going to help them want to stay. This is going to help to do what it did with League of Legends, which was with TFT. The player base, there are a lot of people, including myself, who don't really play League of Legends much anymore. but I still play TFT on a regular basis. It's a lot more calm. I'm better at strategy games myself, to be honest with you, than I am. I'm getting old, man. You know, my League of Legends, my hands don't work as well as they did. Even Pokemon Unite, at least for me personally, is a little bit easier than League of Legends to play. So adding this auto chess mode, I think, would be really good. And so we are going to, as well, dive into, you know, kind of what we are seeing here so that I can explain it to people who don't really know what TFT is or what this game mode is. And it's basically that you have Pokemon, right, who are all, they're all going to be on a board. You're going to take them and you're going to place them on a board. I think you can see it, where is it? Like, yeah, right here, right? So like this person puts Pikachu on the board. You can see it's 1 star. Generally in these games, you'll have a 1 star, 2 star, and a 3 star. I don't know if they're going to have type differences in this game. So like, you know, we already saw up here, water Pokemon, right? Like some of them 3 star. I'm guessing that your Pokemon evolve based on how it looks. Some of them, maybe not all of them, right? So it looks like Psyduck is going to remain, Cramorant by itself, but it looks like, you know, Sobble, I can't imagine is just going to be a standalone unit. I can't imagine that, you know, Froakie won't eventually evolve into Greninja, even though I know that's Frogadier, but you get what my point is, right, with that. And it's, I mean, this looks like Pokemon Autochess. You've got all the different players here, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 players, just like you see in TFT. Looks like they start with 80 health instead of 100, like you do in Teamfight Tactics. Over here is where your board is in terms of, and they flip-flop this, at least on the Chinese portion of it. Normally this part is over here for TFT, and, you know, the traits, as they are called, or classes in TFT, these would be Pokemon types, at least it looks like. Maybe they're going to have, like, defenders, bruisers, like, they're going to obviously experiment with more than just water types, electric types, psychic types, dark types. But it looks like those will be in the game. So it looks like that will be almost like a base. Every single Pokemon in this type of game is always going to be like a base water type, but with something else. You know, and even if there are Pokemon who are both, right? So like, I guess Jigglypuff would be a good example here. I'm pretty sure Jigglypuff is normal fairy. So like, maybe sometimes Jigglypuff is going to be normal, but then other times it might be fairy type. So you can see that, like, this is great. I mean, there's a lot of, I think, good things to do. You can see even a battle here after the Pokemon gets placed. Now you can see this looks like the bench here. So this guy is trying to get to a 3-star Pikachu. What you have to do is you have to get, you know, both of these Pikachus, or you have to get 3 Pikachus, and then that will combine into 1 2-star. To get the 3 stars, you have to get 3 2-star Pikachus. So, you know, it's going to be 9 Pikachus in general. So that's why they have so many on the bench here. Looks like you can have up to 5 Pokemon, it looks like, at once. I said this in my article, which I'll link below. I did a little quick, you know, article about this, but it looks like it's going to be a more simplified, potentially dumbed down version of TFT. Now, it looks like it goes all the way up to 6. With TFT, you do have limits on the amount of characters that you can have, but it goes up to 10 on the board. Right now, it looks like they're just going to do 5. I will say at the beginning of TFT, it was 9, and then it recently became 10 for the maximum. And it wasn't even that was the max, technically. There were items and stuff that you could combine that would allow you to do that. You can see over here, though, right? So this guy's team has Umbreon, Crustle, Pikachu, looks like Piloswine, and Cramorant. Oh, and wait, one. Oh no, that's the other team that has that. So Umbreon, Pikachu, the middle evolution for Rowlet, I'm blanking my mind on right now, Cramorant and Piloswine. You can see these Pokemon like here. So the 2 water type Pokemon, I'm gonna guess they're counting Piloswine as one. So Piloswine and Cramorant probably, you know, electric for Pikachu, grass for the middle evolution here for Rowlet and Decidueye. Dark typing is going to be here for the Umbreon. Looks like they're going to have like an evolutions typing, which this would make a lot of sense considering it's the year of evolutions, I believe is what they're calling it for Pokemon. So you got that there. And then I don't know what these two would be. I'm guessing like this is more of like a frontline defensive Pokemon, and then this one's more of like an area of an effect Pokemon. So maybe Piloswine, we'll see here, uses an ability. And so like that's the other thing is in other games they have mana, right? And every time that you attack or get attacked, you will use your ability. So you can see, right, as Umbreon and Pikachu were getting attacked there, we'll go back a little bit. Oh gosh, give me a second. Okay, so you're going to see, like, there are going to be other abilities that are going to get used. There was a knock up here. I want to say that's from Crustle, it looks like. Nope, somebody else. But, and then, you know, this is the end of that fight where they knock him out, and then it does damage to your opponent. And even here, oh, I like this. They can show you the likelihood of you getting a certain Pokemon. Sorry, give me just a second. Oh, looks like that was a Mamoswine ability, not even just a Piloswine. So, watch. So they're going to open up what's called a shop here in a second, maybe? Maybe not. They're putting an item first on Jigglypuff. Yeah, I guess I might as well. Well, no, because if I make this full screen, then you guys can't see it all right now. Where is this? I want to see him open the shop again. You can see Dragonite's in here, Sylveon, right? Use the ability to, you know, I don't know, affect them. But you can see right up here. Here it is. You can see the likelihood of getting, so there's going to be lower tier units that are easier to get. They're going to cost less, right? So like this is the amount that it's going to cost. And this is the likelihood of getting each one when you re-roll your screen. So normally in TFT right now, there are 5 different, they call them champions that you will have like spaces for that you can try to grab. This one tells you that you're about to get a 2-star Pikachu. If you click this, it looks like these are all level 1s. So early on Pokemon, right? Then you can get to the level 2s, which would probably be the middle evolutions, level 3s, which would be the, you know, third evolutions. And then these might even be legendary Pokemon that you can get. So they're playing more into, Pokemon strength. You can see as well, like the different typings. So you have their main type, like I was predicting here. So Psychic, Grass, Electric, and Water. And then they are all part of a different class or trait within this as well. So a really cool thing here. And you can see the little animation for when, you get Pikachu. What else they're going to show here, I think in just a second. I want to wait and make sure I'm right, because I think they're going to show Leafeon here in just a... I'm going to speed it up. They're going to show Leafeon here in just a second. And what's interesting is right here. You're going to have the different abilities from Unite for you to pick. So you can see that, and sometimes they can have 3 different traits or classes. So this Leafeon is Grass, Eevee, and something else. Can't really tell you what that is. If anybody knows Chinese, let me know in the comments below what that's saying or what some of this is saying. But you can see that that's the ability it's using. Now, what they're going to do here is, you see, they're going to pick and they change the ability. So watch what happens here. So you see the first ability. Now they change and it uses a different ability. Then it looks like if you put this item on it, it's going to use... that Leafeon's going to use a different ability. So we don't know what that item does exactly. I don't know why it's doing this. Oh my goodness. Okay. We don't know exactly what that item does, right? But it looks like when you add this item, it's going to smack down and use... I can't remember exactly what that ability is called. But like League of Legends, they are bringing over the abilities, the Pokemon... because they already have them in terms of their 3D models and everything. And I mean, this is potentially very big. TFT does not really have a challenger. Autochess players for like Dota 2, I'm sorry, please accept my apology, but like TFT is just immensely bigger. It's way more popular. And if there was ever anything that was going to challenge TFT, it was always going to be Pokemon. I don't know how this is going to feel. As a longtime TFT and Pokemon player, I'm really excited to see what this potential is, or what this ends up being, and what the potential for this could end up being as well. If this game can find a way to reach, TFT levels, that'd be big. I will say they're basically copying the same thing as Riot at this point. It's so unbelievably obvious. I know I've stated it, but like, League of Legends is still way more popular than Unite. Just, I think, frankly, that's just factual right now. I think you combine League of Legends and Wild Rift, and I believe their player base should be much bigger than Unite's is. TFT is also one of the biggest games in the entire world. They are expanding. That game is consistently getting more players. It's very, very, very popular. This game, I think, has the opportunity to challenge it. Will it overtake it? I just don't know. It's going to depend on how good the gameplay is, to be honest with you. I'm not really sure. I play TFT almost on a daily basis at this point. If this game can take me away from that and intrigue me because it is Pokemon and I'm getting to use my favorite Pokemon, like if they were to put Ampharos in this game, finally, in Unite and even just in this Autochess game, then I think that could be massive. So, I don't know. You guys are going to have to let me know what you think in the comments section below about this game. I'm very excited, obviously. I've been going on about this for like 15 plus minutes. This was supposed to be a much shorter video, but there was a lot more I wanted to point out, and things that are very different about this game, like the ability to choose the abilities, and, you know, even the typings of these Pokemon, the amount of Pokemon up here, the amount of Pokemon on the bench, the health, you know, it's the same but different, and I'm pretty excited to see what that's going to turn out to be. So let me know what you guys think about this in the comments section below, and as always, I hope that you guys enjoyed it. So with that, I'll catch you on the next one.